Morning, folks. I can't do it anymore. I can't not shave. This is driving me crazy. It's itching. I'm like getting like my brush and I'm doing this to itch. It's November 30th. It's the last day of November. It's time to shave this mess. Look at that. Look how old it makes me look. Even my kids, now that my kids are saying, "Dad, you've got a beard," and they're like getting weird about it. Let me make sure of the date. Yeah, it's November 30th, a Thursday. I'm calling it quits, but you know what? You know what's good? I'm gonna get to use all this cool stuff that JR sent me. In fact, this razor, I've been doing some research. This old razor is from 1912. 1912. Now, this was my oldest ever razor, a Gillette from 1918. This predates it by 6 years, folks. The Ever Ready. The Iron Maiden, as someone called it in one of the comments. And I've been learning how to, like the right angle and how to load the blade in because it's a single sided blade, as I showed you. Just like a paint scraper looking blade, but this actually is a gem blade. Now this, I was called Ever Ready for a while, then they switched over to gem. But at this point in 1912, and a gold one, isn't that nice? Look at this. This thing has been around for 105 years. This thing is 105 years old. And I'm gonna shave with it right now. And I'm gonna use this palm olive, and I'm gonna use this beautiful badger hair refurbished. This is a Bakelite, which is an old plastic Bakelite. And it's a hard plastic, and it's got this beautiful amber color. And I've been letting it soak. I used the brush once yesterday to kind of start breaking it in. And I'm gonna actually use my little cheapy shave bowl from Walgreens. And we're gonna not face lather like I usually like to do, but I'm gonna put some palm olive in this thing. All right, let's do it. Let's see what happens. Now I got a 5-day growth of beard. I'm gonna put, let's see, I'm gonna put about this much in there. See, not very much, like a little bit more than the amount you put on your toothbrush in the morning, I guess. See that? And this is how you load one of these old guys. You lift it up, and it's got a little hook there and a little hook there. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's trying to focus on me. Anyway, you slide the blade in like this, and it kind of sits there. To get this right, I've actually haven't done this before. This is the first time, as you can tell. All right, let's get that in there the right way without cutting my finger. There we go. So now it's sitting in there, and you just close the top. See how much blade is showing? You see that? Whoa, look at the shine of the steel. That's going to be an aggressive shave, I imagine. Let's see what happens. 5-day growth of beard, 105-year-old razor, and a new refurbished brush with a silver tip badger tail knot on it. What do you call it? I don't know. Got my little, this has been soaking in some warm water, and I'm gonna try it. I just shook it out, so we're gonna see, because I can already tell I need more water. I don't usually use a bowl. I usually like to face lather because it's one less thing I have to clean at the end of the shave. Ooh, this smells good. It smells soapy. It smells like kind of old-timey barbershop, this palm olive classic with palm extract. You know, I never thought about that brand before. Palm olive has palm and olive oil and palm extract oil as well. Look at this. Look how this thing's, look at the shaving cream in this bad boy. You learn something new every day, folks. Palm olive has palms and olives. I never even thought about it. This is really making a lot of shaving cream. This is gonna be way more than I need. So obviously I didn't have to even squirt as much as I did. Okay, I'm gonna splash my face first. I got out of the shower, obviously. Let's get rid of this. Yep, it would give me a beard if I wanted to have a beard. Would give me a more defined, stronger chin. But it irritates my skin underneath, man. Yeah, this palm olive really smells old-fashioned-y. You know, old fashioned with an E at the end of the word old, O-L-D-E, oldie fashioned. And wow, this brush really flattens out. Like I said, I've never really used a good quality Badger brush before. This is the first one. And silver tip, there's different ratings or different scales of quality for Badger brushes. And silver tip is the top of the line. So thanks again, JR. And it's a lot softer than my synthetic one that I normally use. I won't get it. You know what it looks like. It's that black one. And this one, I've been told by several people in the comments, and I've read before, that sometimes new Badger brushes have kind of a funk to them because it came from a badger. It came from the back end of a badger. A real, you know, a badger, an animal. But this one doesn't. And right now it just smells like palm olive. Okay. I've got a good lather up there. It's not pretty. I'm kind of a neat freak, so I'll just clean that up a little bit. Now the moment of truth has arrived. Let's get the old Ever Ready. I'm gonna soak it in some warm water down here, just to warm it up a little bit. And with these, you gotta get the angle. See how the angle of the head is? Like if you do that, it's too sharp. You gotta kinda, I'm stalling, if you can tell. All right, 1912. Look at that. I can feel the blade, that's for sure. But there's no tugging, even with 5-day beard growth. I'm cutting through some real beard hair here, you know. I mean, you know, not just like 1 day's growth of stubble. There's some length to it. And this, my goodness, this gem blade, get the angle right on the opposite side. It's just slicing through it like butter. Like butter. Like palm olive. Well, it is a weird angle though, as I'm doing it on the opposite side of my face. But that's the great thing about using a safety razor, which, even though this looks very dangerous, is technically a safety razor because it's not a straight razor. There is no tugging of your beard hair like when you use a cartridge razor, especially if you use a cartridge that you've been trying to extend the life of the cartridge for like 2 weeks, which I always did. All right, under the nose. Now here we go. A little bit more a challenge, because then I'm kind of having to do the angle a little bit more, and I can't do it like that. Can you hear that? Just gotta adjust for, yeah, it's a little awkward under the nose. But I think I can do it. Let's see, shall we? Oh, this is gonna feel so much better. I'm going for a baby butt smooth shave. A BBS, as they call it, if you read any of the shaving forums. BBS, because I've gone so far, or so long without shaving. Which means I'll do 3 passes like I always do. Not like I always do, but you know, if you really want a close shave. I'm not talking during the chin part, because the chin's a little, more bumpy and smooth, angled. Oh, it already feels better. This up here, I got it with me. Pardon me. Yeah, this will be a sideways thingy. I can see why the Ever Ready razor didn't catch on and didn't go beyond, you know, the 1920s or something, because the head design is too awkward. Now, this other one, which I learned is from the is like 1930, this Gillette, that's how much you can get in there without, you know, the head design is better. This is like on a crazy snake's head angle, and the Gillette, you see, you get a little bit more room to move. So I can see why this didn't catch on. But my 1912, this thing. 1912, it's unbelievable. If you didn't know that we now live in a age of, disposable consumerism. Just know that there are no razors being made today. Well, that's not true. Maybe some of the Edwin Jagger like fancy razors, but there are no commercially readily available razors like down at your Walgreens that will last for 105 years. Because they want you to buy more, that's why. I don't know if you can tell, but see that kind of redness on my chin? That's what happens when I grow a beard. It gets irritated under there. And I don't like it. All right, except for right under here. It's doing a pretty good job. It is a little awkward. But it's also history. It's fascinating. And this thing, I'm not sure how old the handle part is, the Bakelite part. Look at the bottom, I don't know if you can read that or not. Made right. I'm gonna add a little water to the top of it. Go back in for a second, guys. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna have to go back into the bowl because it didn't stay long. See, this is my first, or actually second time shaving with a real badger bristle brush, if you like alliteration. So it's still getting used to how it shaves compared to the synthetic one. What am I doing wrong here? Look, it's not working. What am I doing wrong, folks? Do I not have enough soap now? Look at that. It's not the brush's fault. Let me see here. Too much water. Too much water. All right, hold on. Look at that, I'm just cleaning my face off now. I'm glad you guys are experiencing this the first time like I am. I'm gonna put some more palm olive in here. Let's see. Shaving fail. YouTube. Okay. It's kind of, the brush is like absorbing the soap. Whatever. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. I think I had too much water in that first round. It diluted the soap too much, I guess. Tell you what though, the combination of not having shaved in 5 days and then shaving with this insanely aggressive old razor, probably not a good idea. I can already feel my face, which was already irritated, getting more irritated at me. It's angry with me for shaving with, you know, pretty much an exposed blade. All right, let's try cross the grain very lightly. Very lightly. Get that angle right. This is a very light razor, this thing. It's for as strange as it looks, as strange as the design of the head is. It looks like it might be some heavy, you know, steam-powered shovel. But it's not, it's very light. Can you hear that? Still got lots of beard hair, lots of stubble. All right, I'm gonna go sideways from the inside out with the mustache. And then try to, it has an awkward head. Man. I'll tell you what, guys. For that third pass, batting cleanup, I'm gonna have to go in using the Rockwell. I'm not gonna do too much more on my chin because my chin is irritated from not having shaved. But I'm going up. Now you will notice, with all the awkwardness of this shave, only one small nick. Right there, you can barely even see it. One small nick for mankind. All right, almost. Oh, okay. All right. Whew. Made it through 2 passes with this bad boy, but I'm going to get the Rockwell out now. I got to get the Rockwell. I'm going to splash my face again. And go in for the the detailing. That's what we'll call it. This is the detailing, like when you take your car in to get washed, and the guys inside are doing all the work, cleaning all your dried French fries from between the seats. And here I go again with something's happening. I'm not making the lather right or something. It's disappearing, and I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. If you have some tips, guys, let me know in the comments. If you think maybe I'm using too much water or something, or maybe it's the new brush because that hasn't been broken in yet. That could be it too. Like I said, this is only the second time I've used this brush, and maybe you need some more break-in time and some learning time. Can't we all learn a little bit more every day? This just feels good doing this. I'm just gonna do this for the next 30 minutes. No, not really. All right, that's good enough. All right, let me wash my hands off and get the old Rockwell out. I'm gonna go against the grain here, up the side. You still hear some of that stubble on my cheeks. But really, this will be for getting under my nose and doing my chin. There we go. See, this head design on this razor, much more user-friendly. I can get right under there. Don't be afraid to move your nose around. All right. And to finish up, we're going to be using the lavender aftershave that JR sent me as well. My wife's not going to recognize my scent today. I'm not using my normal products. What do you have on? You smell like a field of lavender. For better or for worse. Ah, there we go. I'm going to have to use some moisturizer on my chin because, man, having that beard, I'm glad that I can grow a beard if I ever need to, but, man, it does not agree with my skin. It used to, I used to have a beard or a goatee for the better part of 14 years. Back in the 90s. Shaved it off in the early 2000s. But it never really bothered me as much as it does now. See, things change. Skin changes, hair changes. Now I'll be able to be around my kids without them pointing and laughing at me. Daddy, you got a gross beard. My son, my littlest one last night was saying, I was wearing a pullover, short sleeve polo shirt, and he said, "You need to button the top button so he can't see your hair." Chest hair. Like, well, people don't normally button the top button on a polo shirt. And I kept thinking, you're gonna have chest hair too, just like Magnum PI, baby. All right, I'm gonna use some cold water now, as cold as it can be. Ah, it feels good. Oh. Oh boy. Can you see? That one little nick I had is gone, but it's all red right here from having the beard. That's why I don't do it, folks. People are like, "Why are you shaving? You're not shaving anything." I am shaving what really gets me. Gets me, man. Washing out the brush. I'm patting it down like Bob Ross does when he's done using a paintbrush. Do the same thing, that'll whack, 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 whack. Look, it almost matches the height of my hair. High hair for the holidays, man. Tomorrow's December. Goodbye no shave November. Goodbye a full 5 days of no shaving. And little Ever Ready, you are a fascinating bit of history, but I don't think I'm going to use you again. But I'm really glad that JR sent it. That is fascinating. It's cool. Maybe this Ever Ready could be a pay it forward. Maybe it could be passed on to the next viewer, the wet shaver out there that wants to try this bad boy out. But if you do, if I do end up like giving it away as a giveaway thing, you have to make a video of you using it as well. So say goodbye to Ever Ready. And say hello to Aftershave. All right, I'm gonna, oh God, I hope this doesn't burn. Dry my face. If it burns, then pardon me if I scream like a little girl. I don't know if there's any alcohol in it or not. It's got witch hazel. And aloe juice, that sounds good. Maybe it's mostly witch hazel. People have been telling me to try it. So I'm just gonna pour some. Do this. Ah. Oh, it does burn. Ooh. What a smell. That's fascinating. Oh. It smells, I don't know if it's the witch hazel or the lavender. Witch hazel. Oh. That is weird. That is a weird experience. Oh man. Oh, gingersgarden.com if you want to try it. You know, this might be a package deal. This might be a package giveaway. See, that's why it's good to try things out. And if you're lucky enough as I am to have sometimes people send you stuff to try out, that's a good way to do it. Oh man, this video is 21 minutes long. All right, I'm gonna cut it off right here while I go pack my chin in ice. But that's it. No Shave November is over. Now I'm gonna shave every 10 minutes for the next month. It's gonna be extra double, triple shave December. I'm declaring war on facial hair. All you hipsters out there with those giant beards, I'm coming for you, buddy. I'm gonna make you use this to shave off that entire beard without trimming it first. Me and the Ever Ready are coming for you. Right, Ever Ready? Right, here we go. All right, that's enough silliness. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, I got more coming up, more things to review. Thanks again, JR, for all these fascinating products. This bad boy is coming up next.